Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you've spent any time online lately, you've probably been bombarded by gurus promising that artificial intelligence can completely automate your wealth. It's everywhere. Today, we're putting those claims under a microscope. We're taking a hard look at the exact steps, the friction points, and the actual, raw financial results of two intense AI business experiments. So, millions of dollars, right? That's the massive claim we're looking at today. We're going to dive into two distinct models, drawn directly from our source material, a rigorous 7-day dropshipping challenge and a lightning-fast 48-hour ebook experiment. The ultimate goal? To figure out if this passive income dream is actually legit or just, another internet myth. Here is our agenda. We'll cover the AI income challenge, picking a profitable niche, building the brand and product, marketing with AI, and finally, the raw results. We're tracking the whole journey right down to the last penny. All right, let's jump straight into section 1, the AI income challenge. They didn't just casually mess around here. They set rigid constraints to see if these models could actually hit a $1,000 profit target. The catch? AI has to make every single business decision. Literally zero human intuition allowed. And the budgets? Micro. Capped at $250 maximum or even absolute zero. The whole point is that human meddling is minimized, wallets are tight, and radical transparency is mandatory. The timelines were totally unforgiving, too. I mean, the ebook sprint was given just 48 hours with a budget of zero. Zip. The dropshipping test got a slightly longer runway, 7 days, with that $250 micro budget. So yeah, the pressure was really on to go from absolutely nothing to actual revenue in just hours and days. Moving on to section 2, picking a profitable niche. Every successful business starts with a focus. To find a hungry market ready to spend, the host used something called the dummy scroll method for the physical dropshipping products. It's pretty clever, actually. You just scroll through Reels on a brand new account and deliberately click on ads. Why? To figure out what people are actively buying right now. The digital experiment, on the other hand, just relied on researching currently trending ebooks. So they feed these two trend lists into ChatGPT, and boom, the AI spits out two completely different business directions. For dropshipping, the AI goes all in on the pet niche. We're talking interactive toys, paw cleaners, stuff like that. But for the ebook, it decides on a short, super actionable self-help guide focused on productivity. Okay, section 3, building brand and product. Now for the fun part. The AI gets to work doing all the heavy lifting. For both setups, AI text generators built the whole brand identity. They came up with names like thrivingpaws.store and even wrote full author bios. Then, for the visuals, they used an AI image generator called Nano Banana. Catchy name, right? It designed these clean, professional logos and covers. And then AI jumped back in to optimize the product titles so they'd actually sell. But here's where things get super interesting. We really start to see the friction of physical goods versus digital ones. The AI dropshipping store used a trial of a platform called AutoDS. This thing imports physical products directly to a Shopify store and totally automates fulfillment. Pretty neat. But compare that to the productivity ebook. Absolutely zero inventory management, none. Once the AI wrote that book, the product was 100% finished. Of course, we had to hit a reality check eventually. AI is amazing, but it's not perfect. When you're dealing with physical stuff, you absolutely have to test it. The dropshipping host ordered some samples and, well, this clunky, cheap, and honestly kind of dangerous mechanical dog ball showed up. It was literally flying all over the place. So scratch that product. It's a great reminder that quality control is a very real physical hurdle that AI just can't completely solve for you. That brings us to section 4, marketing with AI. Look, the most beautiful store in the world is completely useless if nobody visits it. To get promos made fast and cheap, the dropshipping challenge leveraged an AI tool called Create UGC. Now, UGC, user-generated content, is basically those authentic, amateur-looking videos that seem like they were filmed by real customers. They're incredibly effective for social media sales. The AI actually generated digital avatars reacting to the pet products. Instant promo videos, zero human actors hired. Mind-blowing. But again, we hit a snag. These AI scriptwriters still kind of need a human holding their hand. During the marketing phase, the AI totally misunderstood the main selling point of a dog collar. It got super focused on the collar being water resistant and completely glossed over the fact that it had an AirTag tracker to, stop you from losing your pet. so the host had to jump in and do some manual prompt tweaking to fix the script. So how did they actually get these ads in front of people? Because of that insane 7-day time crunch, the dropshipping store leaned hard into paid meta ads, spending about $150 total. The ebook experiment, though, remember, they had a $0 budget, so they relied entirely on free organic social media posts to drive traffic straight to their landing page. And now for the moment of truth. Section 5, the raw results. The clocks finally hit 0 and we got the actual raw financial data. The dropshipping model actually sold 17 paw cleaners and 1 magic broom. That brought in an impressive $424.81 in top-line revenue. Meanwhile, the zero inventory digital ebook model brought in exactly $150. But remember, because it had 0 costs, it kept every single penny of those sales. Let's actually drill down into that dropshipping number, though. Once you subtract the product costs, the shipping fees, that $1 Shopify trial, and the $150 spent on ads, the dropshipping challenge walked away with just $81.56 in net profit. On the flip side, the ebook challenge successfully sold 15 copies of their AI-written productivity guide. Since they only used free tools and free organic traffic, that $150, that was pure 100% profit. So, looking at the final tally, it's pretty clear. Both experiments completely failed to hit that $1,000 profit target. In fact, because they missed the mark, both hosts ended up giving away $1,000 of their own money to their commenters. But honestly, here is the real takeaway. Even though they fell short of those crazy passive income myths you see online, they proved that AI can lay a really solid foundation fast. With almost 0 effort, real money was made. Imagine what could happen with a slightly longer timeline and just a bit more human oversight. It's absolutely realistic that these models could scale. Which brings us to the final thought for this explainer. Think about the massive difference in overhead we just saw. The friction of physical goods versus the absolute ease of digital ones. The wildly different profit margins. If you were the one entering this challenge, trying to win that $1,000, which path would you actually take? What AI business would you start? Think about it. Thanks for hanging out with me today and keep learning.